that by offering Indonesia and Timor-Leste's future leaders the chance to study and to live in the UK for a year, we will be equipping them with the tools that they need to build the future of their countries. Last year, we celebrated the departure of 51 young Indonesian and Timorese to study for a master's degree under the Chevening programme. We're really proud that even in these extraordinary times, even during the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, that we've been able to offer a Chevening programme for this year, and only slightly smaller than in previous years. We have had to make some changes, but it is still the programme it always was. It still offers the opportunities it always did. And I think that our ability to do that and our commitment to making sure that Indonesian and Timorese leaders of the future get the skills that they need really underlines the UK's long-term commitment to Indonesia as a global partner, as well as the importance that we place on education and in particular this fantastic programme. Over recent years, again, as part of that overall commitment to Indonesia and to Timor-Leste, the Chevening programme has grown quite significantly. And as I say, this is not only testament to our commitment, but is also a testament to the fantastic relationships and partnerships that we've built up through the Chevening programme. And I would particularly like to mention the support we get from our partner organisations, from Prudential, from CIMB Niaga, from the University of Warwick, from Coventry University and De Montfort University, who have been terrific partners for us as we've expanded this programme. And we're really grateful for the ongoing support we get from you. Just a little word about what the Chevening scholarships are for those who are new to them. We hope that, as well as the sort of macro benefits that I've described already, that the Chevening programme is a properly concrete and supportive framework for people to use. So it covers all costs. It fully covers tuition fees, living expenses and return flights to the UK. It covers a one-year master's programme. This is normal in the UK. So students only have to spend less than a year in the UK if they would like to. And that means that people can start their careers sooner and get back to delivering on their dreams in Indonesia and Timor-Leste more quickly. Alongside the educational programme, Chevening runs a vast programme of networking events, volunteering opportunities, talks, workshops and trips across the UK. So I would really encourage all of our scholars to take advantage of that fantastic programme, which I think is unique actually. I don't think there are any other programmes which offer such a full programme of events. I'd also highlight the access that the Chevening programme gives to a really influential global network. There are more than 50,000 Chevening alumni in our global professional network, all of them leaders in their field. 1,700 of those are from Indonesia and Timor-Leste, covering a whole range of different expertises, knowledge and experiences. So it's a fantastic and ready-made networking opportunity. And I'd highlight the benefits of just being in the UK. And I would say this, wouldn't I, being the British ambassador. But the UK is genuinely a safe, multicultural and welcoming environment for foreign students. And that's based on enormous experience. There are over 450,000 international students from all over the world, from more than 150 countries studying in the UK, including more than 3,000 Indonesians. And because of that scale and because of the importance that we attach to the foreign student experience, UK universities are really experienced and sensitive in addressing the needs of foreign students and offering the range of support services and social groups that are needed to ensure that international students really adapt to living in the UK and get the most they possibly can out of that experience. So having said all that, of course, competition for Chevening places is tough, as you would expect for such a wonderful programme. we had well over 3,000 applicants last year for the program for just over 60 places. So that's a 50-to-1 ratio, which shows how competitive it is. And we can expect the same competition this year, I think. Indonesia's program is the 4th largest Chevening program in the world. So we send more students than all but 3 other countries back to the UK under this program, which I think is again testament to the importance of Indonesia as a partner, particularly in the educational field. And with that importance in mind, as an addition to the program, this year, the mentoring scheme, which Nick mentioned in his introduction, is new, and we're delighted that the Chevening Alumni Association of Indonesia initiated that program to help potential candidates with guidance on how to submit a competitive application and also with preparation for interviews for those candidates who get to that stage. We're really pleased that the Chevening Alumni Association has adopted this sort of pay it forward approach, this idea that they've benefited and they want to help the next generation to benefit too. And we hope that that will be also a real contribution to the diversity and inclusivity of candidates from right across Indonesia. And who will those people be? Well, we hope they will be people from all kinds of backgrounds. They might be policymakers, they might be business leaders or academics or scientists, but equally, they might be artists or writers. They might be environmentalists. They might be startup entrepreneurs from a digital or tech background. But regardless of their chosen field, we're looking from diverse talent, and we're looking from talent dari Sabang sampai Merauke, because we want this program to represent the whole of Indonesia and to draw on the incredible diversity which Indonesia has to offer. And crucially, we want those people to be future leaders, future influencers. We want them to be the people who are going to be the change makers in Indonesia for the future and contribute positively to society. You'll hear very shortly from our scholars and our alumni who've so kindly given their time today. And I hope that in their contributions, you will see that they are genuinely extraordinary people. We're so proud that the Chevening program has been able to help them a little bit along their way. And my final message to everybody at this event today is that if you know people who could benefit from this program, whether friends, family, colleagues, other alumni networks or professional networks, please do reach out. Please do spread the news of this fantastic opportunity and encourage the very best that Indonesia and Timor-Leste have to offer to apply. The application window for that application will run from the 3rd of September last week through to the 3rd of November this year. So I look forward to getting some fantastic applications and to answering your questions later on in the session. Thank you very much and good luck.
Many thanks, Ambassador, and thanks again for your support. No doubt we will hear again from you later on in the session. One of those extraordinary alumni you referred to is the president of the Chevening Alumni Association in Indonesia, Gita Shahrani. Gita, you're alumni of Dundee University, of course.
Yes, Scotland proud.
The Chevening Alumni Association in Indonesia is a thriving organization, and I know you're very proud to lead it. Why don't I give the floor to you and you talk a little bit about it for our guests. Thanks a lot.
Sure. Thank you, Nick, and thank you, Ambassador. Very pleased to be here. We've been getting a lot of support from the embassy, and this has been wonderful. So just quickly, it'll take around 8 minutes, but I'm just opening for the brain behind this very exciting mentoring program that we just launched. But essentially, as what the ambassador put forward in his speech, the actual meaning behind Chevening for us all is that we're entering into a new family. And we believe that this should be your family, the future scholars family. And that's why the association is something that should symbolizes it. And in order to extend our family, the paid forward concept is something that we are very proud of. We've been given this opportunity of joining an amazing family, and we'd like to extend the invitation to many more. And right now, a lot of the activities that the Alumni Association have tried to organize range from things on women empowerment, corruption, things that are very at the core of the issue for Indonesia. And but it also gives room for more fun things, because as family, it's not all serious. It has to be fun. And we celebrated things like the opening of a movie screening from one of our alumni, Chevening alumni. We gather into a much more casual interaction with fellow future scholars in order to prep them to power up their career. And last year, we also hosted the annual UK Day ceremony, where we actually launched last year's mentoring program, the first offline session. And this is something that we hope can be a tradition. We hope that the mentoring program can be a flagship that is a collaboration between both the Alumni Association, the Future Scholars, but as well as the embassy. And in order to presented in a more holistic manner, I'd like to actually invite Ms. Dwi Rahardiani. Dwi is one of our very ambitious, very eager alumni that contributed a lot to the creation and as well as the implementation of the mentoring program. So Dwi, I'd like to actually give the floor back to you.
Hi, yes, thanks everyone. Thank you, Gita, for the introduction. Yeah, first of all, I think I'd like to introduce myself. So I'm Dwi, I'm also a Chevening alumni, actually also from Scotland, just to add like the Scottish proud that we're really proud of. So I'm graduated from the University of Edinburgh in Environment and Development in 2011, 2012. So here with Gita and also like we have several other colleagues during in our team. So this mentoring program, as Gita stated earlier, that this is basically the pay forward program for future applicants and current Chevening awardees. So the idea is that we see that there are many issues faced by applicants. Most importantly, is just like they would need like someone to talk to, like what can actually constitute it as a good SI, what can actually how can I express my ideas in leadership or in networking, or all of those key questions that is possessed by Chevening. So the Chevening alumni are there to help in the thinking process of all of these applicants, to help them build their case, and then so that it can be a good and thorough essay that can be submitted to Chevening. Because our role here is not to provide like spoon feed them with question or with answer, but it's more of like acting as a peer and as a think tank for these applicants to help them shape their thinking process. So basically, we've run this program since September last year, and we have so there are several stages of this mentoring program. The first one is the one-to-one session, but where basically we match mentee or like the applicants with mentor from the Chevening alumni. The idea is to have the mentee are connected to the mentor that have the same background, so that they can have a very fruitful discussion in shaping their ideas. And so last year, there's as Owen also mentioned earlier, we have a very wide area of interest. So it covers everything, basically health, technology, creative industry, economy, business, development, and all of the things that you can imagine. Journalists, of course, there's also like a lot of lines in applicants that have background in media and journalists. So, and after the Chevening, after the one-to-one session, that's like more focusing on the SI phase, we continue that mentoring session to offline or like during the interview stage. So we provide question and answer session during through online and offline platforms, where we can have like a question from all of the applicants on what should I prepare during the interview. We have a mock interview So we have several sessions. Last year, I think it comprised more than 300 attendees in several sessions. So yeah, I think that's basically the program that we've done until early this year, yeah, until the Chevening submission, the interview on March. So we're also planning to still do this forward, right? Like from now during this interview stage, and also later in the for the interview stage in the when after they like completing this SI session. So if we so basically like we're already starting the applications for mentor. So for all of the Chevening alumni who's interested to be a mentor, please do register with us. If we can go to the last, yes. So basically, these are our social media where all of our um, all of our activities are relayed through these platforms. So please do visit this our social media and also website where currently we're already open the registration for all of the mentees or all of the applicants who wants to join us, and so that we can match you with the right mentor. And we will have all of this discussion, interesting discussion, and we're looking forward for more both mentor from the Chevening alumni and also for more mentees to join us in this program. So yeah, I think that's all for me. Thanks very much.
Thank you Kak Dwi. Jadi menambahkan sedikit saja Bapak Ibu dan para peserta yang sudah bergabung. Tadi yang dijelaskan oleh Mbak Dwi terkait program mentoring kami dari sisi alumni. Kami bekerja sama juga dengan sangat erat dengan pihak kedutaan besar dan harapannya untuk ke depan program yang akan di-launching untuk tahun ini, dan ini mungkin pertama kalinya kita mengumumkan sebentar lagi akan dibuka untuk pendaftaran calon menti ya Kak Dwi ya. Sekarang sedang mengumpulkan data-datanya calon mentor dan kita harapannya karena sekarang semuanya shifting ke virtual, kita bisa mendapatkan lebih banyak lagi calon-calon pelajar untuk Chevening, tapi juga calon mentor yang tadinya tidak bisa bergabung karena eventnya terbatas di Jakarta saja. Jadi sekarang kita sudah punya perwakilan mentor dari Aceh, dari Riau, dari Indonesia Timur, dari Nusa Tenggara, dan dari banyak tempat lain bahkan di luar Indonesia yang tadinya mentornya tidak punya kesempatan untuk pay it forward ke keluarga Chevening. Harapannya nanti menti-mentinya juga kita bisa mendapatkan bukan cuma di kota-kota besar tapi juga di kota-kota yang kesulitan akses mungkin sejauh ini. Dan yang seperti yang tadi dijelaskan oleh Mbak Dwi, harapannya kita betul-betul bisa mendampingi mereka, bukan memanjakan gitu ya Mbak Dwi ya, tapi lebih ke arah mengarahkan mereka untuk betul-betul menjadi calon pemimpin Indonesia dan bisa nantinya berkontribusi balik sehingga lingkaran untuk pay it forward-nya tidak terputus. Kurang lebih seperti itu dari kami. Terima kasih banyak kesempatannya untuk bisa berbagi progres dan tentunya kita sangat excited untuk kedatangan teman-teman alumni yang baru selesai nih. Mbak Stella, selamat ya. Selamat bergabung juga. Mbak Stella sudah mendaftar jadi salah satu mentor kami. Terima kasih banyak Mbak Stella. Saya kembalikan ke Pak Nick mungkin. I give the floor back to you, Nick. Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity.
No, thank you, Geeta, and thanks Dwi as well. And clearly we wish you the best of luck moving forward with that fantastic initiative. It's we all the best of luck to you. But given that it's already started and people have already begun to benefit from the experience of going through the mentoring program, be good to hear from them. So we've got two goldsmiths, scholars, one who's been and one's about to go. It's Stella going to speak first? Is that right, Stella?
I'm okay with that. Rio? I'm okay with that. Or Rio?
Okay. Well, I'll hand over to you, Stella. It'd be great to hear how the experience was when you did the mentoring program. Thanks.
Thank you, Nick. Good morning from UK, everyone. Hi, Excellency, Mr. Ambassador, Nick, Kak Gita, Kak Dwi, Rio, Mbak Raras, Bu Rowena, and everyone yang udah datang ke sini. Allow me to speak in bahasa bersama teman-teman media yang sudah hadir di sini. Perkenalkan, saya Stella Nau. Saya awardee Chevening tahun 2019-2020. Sekarang sedang kuliah di Goldsmiths University of London, mengambil Master in Political Communication. Sudah hampir setahun di sini, sekarang lagi disertasi. Minggu depan rencananya I'm going to submit my dissertation, so wish me luck. And after that, akan kembali ke Indonesia. And actually, the room that I'm living in right now, itu akan dipakai sama Rio. So Rio gonna be here soon, karena Rio juga akan kuliah di Goldsmiths University of London. So itu yang kenapa tadi Kak Gita bilang, Chevening is like a family, because we really, like whenever we know someone's coming to into our family, kita langsung kontak, kita langsung reach out, kita langsung sharing. It was like udah ada di dalam diri teman-teman Chevening gitu. Jadi kayak nggak perlu disuruh, kayak langsung oh anak Chevening yang tahun ini udah kepilih nih. Nah, kita langsung bikin WhatsApp group, kita ngobrol di situ, kita sharing, kita bahkan Zoom bareng sama Rio. Nanti pasti Rio akan cerita juga. Dan teman-teman yang ada di sini juga, mereka titip salam untuk Bapak Dubes, untuk Bapak Nick, dan juga Bu Rowena, teman-teman di Embassy, dan juga teman-teman alumni. Kami semua dalam keadaan sehat dan berterima kasih sekali. Meskipun setahun ini pengalamannya terganggu karena COVID, tapi kami senang karena tetap mendapatkan perhatian. Jadi bahkan we have our own session with the ambassador. I think a couple months ago, the ambassador check up on us one by one, and we share stories like gimana kita dealing with COVID in the UK. Dan alhamdulillah, puji Tuhan, kami semuanya sehat. Nobody got suspected from the COVID. Jadi kita bisa tetap kuliah online dan tetap mengerjakan disertasi. Terkait juga dengan mentoring program, saya juga udah gabung sama tim force-nya Kak Gita. I'm really happy and I cannot wait to share my experience, to share the hustle when I did my essay and everything. Jadi saya percaya Chevening ini akan selalu memberikan hal yang terbaik buat starting from the beginning orang-orang yang mau daftar, karena even though itu very kompetitif, tapi sangat-sangat prosesnya sangat-sangat simple gitu, memudahkan orang untuk mendaftar, tetapi sekaligus juga melatih mereka untuk daya juangnya tinggi karena sangat-sangat kompetitif. Dari ribuan yang daftar hanya sekitar 50 sampai 60 orang yang hanya bisa berangkat ke UK. So I'm very honored. Terima kasih banyak atas kesempatannya Bapak Ambassador Nick and everyone to give us this wonderful experience. Kami masih bisa menikmati UK dan at the same time kami juga pulang membawa gelar. It's really an honor. I can't thankful enough, dan kami semua berharap dengan program mentoring ini nanti apa yang kami rasakan juga bisa dirasakan oleh teman-teman Indonesia yang lain, khususnya yang ada di luar Jawa, seperti dari tadi Pak Dubes bilang dari Aceh dan juga Indonesia Timur. Terima kasih. The floor, I give it back to Nick. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Stella, and good luck with the dissertation. Good to hear that you've managed to enjoy your experience in the UK.
Yes,
it's an important part of the whole program. Studying is obviously key, but we do want people to go to the UK and enjoy what it has to offer and enjoy the culture. Is Rio around? I can't. He doesn't appear on my screen. I was just going to hand over to Rio now, if it was possible to hear from him.
Yeah, Pak Nick,
hey,
thank you. Yeah.
You okay? Hey, Rio, before you start, you're about to head up to London. Just wanted to say congratulations to you on getting through this year's competition. I did a lot of the interviews myself, so I know how tough that competition was this year. Clearly, you had to show a lot of determination and flexibility with dealing with the whole COVID situation, and is it going ahead or is it not? And you had to adapt, which is obviously good experience for what lies ahead anyway. But just to say again, many congratulations, and I'll hand over to you now.
Pak Nick, thank you very much for your appreciation. Well, thanks to the endless support from the alumni and current scholars that the Indonesian cohort from this year able to go through all the circumstances during the pandemic. So good afternoon, everyone. Pak Nick, His Excellency Pak Ambassador, dan semua di UK Embassy. Allow me to speak in bahasa Indonesia, dan selamat siang teman-teman wartawan. Saya Rio, salah satu penerima beasiswa Chevening untuk tahun ini, akan berangkat ke Goldsmiths College di University of London. Jurusannya Media and Communication. Kebetulan background saya juga sebagai wartawan. Sedikit sharing, kalau mengikuti seleksi beasiswa selama pandemi itu pastinya punya tantangan tersendiri ya. Tanpa pandemi pun prosesnya sudah sangat panjang, berbulan-bulan, butuh energi yang banyak begitu, apalagi ketika ada pandemi, itu sudah di tengah-tengah proses seleksi ada pandemi, banyak penyesuaian yang harus kami lakukan. Saya termasuk beruntung sebetulnya karena dapat dukungan dari mentor, lewat mentoring dari senior Chevening. Ada 3 cara sebetulnya saya dapat dukungan dari mentor Chevening. Jadi pertama emang sharing session-nya dari Chevening Alumni Association Indonesia, CAI, tapi ada dua cara lain, yakni mentoring terpisah, alumni Chevening juga, dan juga Chef It Forward dari Cheveners tahun 2018. Saya mulai dari yang 2018 dulu. Saya ingat waktu itu dibantu menyiapkan pondasi esai, jadi esai itu kan selalu menjadi momok bagi para aplikan. Esainya ada 4, dibantu bagaimana caranya menyusun strategi esai yang baik, di-review, diberi masukan, terus dikasih juga tips-tips gimana caranya to show the best version of our stories, kayak gitu. Setelah itu, 2018, ada mentoring terpisah. Mentor saya, alumni UCL, dia Chevening juga. Di mentoring ini, benar-benar one-on-one gitu selama 3 bulan, dan benar-benar menyusun strategi, kapan IELTS, kapan esai, kapan kita approach our alma mater gitu kan, buat surat rekomendasi, kapan daftar kampus, kapan daftar Chevening, benar-benar strategi yang satu demi satu gitu didampingi begitu. Cuma karena satu dan lain hal, waktu itu saya esainya sudah selesai, aplikasinya sudah siap, cuman satu dan lain hal waktu itu saya nggak apply tahun 2018, tapi apply-nya tahun 2019 akhir kemarin dengan esai yang sama. Dan awal tahun alhamdulillah saya masuk ke tahap wawancara. Dan saya beruntung lagi karena langsung dapat informasi ada sharing session dari CAI untuk tips-tips wawancara. Saya tinggal di Bandung, dan CAI waktu itu bikin acaranya di sebuah kafe di daerah Senayan. Saya langsung naik travel pagi-pagi dari Bandung ke Jakarta, nyampe ke sore-sore begitu, udah gitu datang ke sharing session-nya. Waktu itu ada belasan alumni dan dibagi per kelompok. Ada yang sosial humaniora, ada yang ekonomi, ada yang science, ada yang health gitu kan, berbagai bidang gitu. Kemudian kita sharing gimana sih how to approach the interview. Dari yang awalnya saya clueless banget, I didn't know how to really elaborate my experience gitu ya to the interview panelist, tapi di situ dikasih sharing gimana sih caranya ngasih value terhadap kisah-kisah kita gitu kan. Dan waktu itu sharingnya 2 jam gitu, saya langsung balik ke Bandung lagi. Dan ketika saya wawancara itu sebenarnya Indonesia sudah mengumumkan kasus COVID pertama. Jadi beberapa hari setelah Indonesia mengumumkan kasus COVID pertama, saya wawancara ke Jakarta lagi, ke UK Embassy. Sudah ada protokol kesehatan. Wawancaranya berjalan sangat baik, saya senang banget. Tapi itu nggak sebanding sih dengan teman-teman angkatan saya yang karena COVID, jadi ada beberapa reschedule, dan mereka jujur aja sempat panik gitu ya, apa yang terjadi di tengah-tengah pandemi ini. Tapi kemudian UK Embassy sangat gesit gitu, sigap, sehingga membuat jadwal ulang buat interview semua teman-teman itu. Dan akhirnya kita semua selesai di interview sekitar bulan Mei. Jadi dari Maret, April, Mei, Juni, ketika kita semua PSBB dan WFH, itu para hopeful applicants ini menunggu di rumah, menunggu kabar baik begitu. Nah, alhamdulillah kemarin setelah menunggu lama, akhir Juni kemarin kami mendapat kabar baik dan terpilih untuk studi ke Inggris. di Indonesia ada 49 orang, bersama Timor Leste 2 orang, tadi sudah disebutkan, sebuah kebanggaan mendapat kepercayaan dari Chevening ini. Dan minggu ini kami akan berangkat ke Inggris menuju universitas masing-masing, sudah ada 2 yang berangkat. Dan jujur, karena ini masih pandemi, ada keraguan, feeling a bit of anxiety, of uncertainty gitu ya. There's a bit of fear, ada rasa takut untuk berangkat gitu. Namun itu tidak menyurutkan semangat kami semua untuk ke Inggris, untuk studi begitu. Dan lagi-lagi inilah kenapa keluarga Chevening sangat berarti ya buat kami para orang-orang yang baru jadi scholars gitu. Ada dukungan dari alumni, ada dukungan dari current scholars yang masih di Inggris, ada dukungan dari UK Embassy yang sangat banyak begitu. Saya ingat ada 2 kali Zoom sharing session ya informal gitu bersama current scholars. Ada Kak Stella juga dan teman-teman yang masih di Inggris buat tahu gimana sih caranya studi di tengah pandemi, kalau ada beras nggak, ada makanan Indonesia nggak gitu kan, pertanyaan-pertanyaan receh kayak gitu, buat to relieve our anxiety gitu. Dan dari UK Embassy juga sangat suportif, membantu kami di semua prosesnya. Dan sama angkatan pun kami sharing apa ya, saling menguatkan begitu, bikin jaket angkatan, bikin video bareng, semuanya untuk saling menyemangati gitu. Kami berharap dapat belajar dengan baik dan berkawan dengan banyak Chevening scholars di Inggris sana. Tentu saja ingin jalan-jalan di 4 bangsa di United Kingdom, ada England, Scotland, Wales, ada Northern Ireland. Dan ketika nanti waktunya kami kembali ke tanah air, kami berharap dapat berpartisipasi lebih jauh lagi di pembangunan Indonesia sesuai dengan bidang kami masing-masing. Terima kasih, Pak Nick.
Thanks, Rio. Thanks for sharing. Excellent product placement in the background as well there, Rio. Good work. It's time for me to pass over to my colleague, Alden, who, you know, as an example of these extraordinary times we find ourselves in, I've never actually met him in person. He's my totally online buddy and colleague. Where are you, Alden?
I'm at my home, Pak.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
I'll hand over to you and you can lead on the Q&A session.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pak Owen and Pak Nick, Ketua Tim Chevening di Kedutaan Besar Inggris. Dan terima kasih juga kepada Mbak Gita, Mbak Dwi, Mbak Stella, dan Mas Rio atas sharingnya dan juga pemaparan tentang program mentorship Chevening ini. Dan memang mungkin kalau misalnya saya bisa mengambil beberapa key takeaway, selain reputasinya sebagai salah satu beasiswa yang sangat reputable, mungkin salah satu poin plus yang juga bisa dibanggakan oleh alumni Chevening ini adalah seperti yang tadi disampaikan, rasa kekeluargaan dan komunitasnya itu. Di mana memang Chevening itu berusaha sebaik mungkin untuk melatih dan mengembangkan pelajar-pelajar dari Indonesia untuk menjadi the best version of themselves and as future leaders as well. Dan pemerintah Inggris yang dalam kali ini diwakili oleh Kedutaan Inggris itu sangat bangga untuk bisa terus melanjutkan proyek kerja dan kerjasama luar biasa ini. Dan kita harap semakin banyak orang yang akan mengapply dan menjadi alumni Chevening di Indonesia, karena alumni Chevening Indonesia pun juga banyak yang telah menjadi pemikir-pemikir, figur-figur publik terkenal yang juga membantu membentuk masa depan dari Indonesia ke depannya. Nah, mungkin untuk kepada rekan-rekan media saya ingatkan kembali, jika ada pertanyaan silahkan diajukan di box Q&A atau mungkin bisa langsung di chat, karena sebenarnya di sini sudah ada beberapa pertanyaan. Maybe we'll start first. There is a question for you, Pak Owen, and also to you, Pak Nick. It is regarding how will the British government anticipate the incoming international students, especially during this COVID-19, and whether the pandemic will affect the scheme of this year's program, maybe in terms of requirements, health protocols, and other related matters. Maybe Pak Owen, you can start first, and then Pak Nick, you can jump in with some additional points. Over to you, Pak.
Great, thank you, Mas Alden. Yes, I mean, there will be an effect, but the first thing I'd say is we've been really impressed and really pleased by how many people still want to go and study in the UK, even in these uncertain times. And I think that's a real tribute to the relationship we have with Indonesia and to the value of a British education. There will be some special arrangements this year, inevitably. So on the health side, like almost every country in the world, the UK has introduced new health procedures on arrival. So foreign students, along with other international arrivals, will need to self-isolate in their accommodation for 14 days before they can go out and start studying. Universities have also put in place particular health protocols, and those vary, of course, from university and from course to course. But the goal is to preserve as much as possible of the traditional educational experience, so to preserve some face-to-face elements alongside online teaching. And we're confident that the government measures and the measures which the universities are putting in place make it as safe as it can be for international students to travel and to benefit from their experience in the UK. There have been some impacts on the program. So as I mentioned, we have a slightly reduced number of students traveling this year, unfortunately down from over 60 to 51. We hope that next year we can get back to something a bit more like normal and a bit less like the new normal. Mudah-mudahan we will be in a world where we are either post-COVID or can handle COVID differently. So we're confident that the program will continue to run. While COVID is around, we will of course take the best available health measures, but we don't think that they will prevent people from enjoying their course. Nick, do you want to add anything to that?
Thanks, Ambassador. I mean, I think you've covered all that needs to be said there. I would encourage scholars to stay in touch with the website gov.uk to find out, to keep up to date with what the latest coronavirus information is. You're absolutely right that scholars going right now are going to need to self-isolate for 14 days, but that could change in the near future. I don't think anyone can predict what's going to happen. I think what we can predict is going to happen, though, is that scholars are still going to get a world-class education in the UK. It will be a little different at the beginning, undoubtedly, but universities are adapting. I think that there will be some online education to begin with, but then hopefully scholars are going to enjoy face-to-face learning in the not too distant future, I would hope. In terms of the Chevening program itself, I mean, we had to, earlier this year for the current cohort, we had to switch from face-to-face interviewing to online interviews, but we managed that, and the delays caused by COVID have meant that this application window now that we're launching today has been reduced from 3 months to 2 months. So normally it would run from August to November, but it's now from September to November. But we're confident that that's still enough time for our applicants to still put a good application together. But yeah, I think that's about it for that question.
Thank you, Nick. Maybe just to add some points. Is there any changes to the administrative requirements for this year's batch of application?
Yeah, Alden, with that one, there used to be a requirement for in terms of English language skills specific to the Chevening program. For this 2021 and 2022 cohort, that's been taken away, but scholars would still need to gain an unconditional offer from the university in the UK, and that university will require its own level of English. So rather than pass a Chevening standard, there'll be a university standard that scholars will need to reach, and those will differ from university to university. So we couldn't actually say right now what that standard would be, but it should be part of the scholars' research that they do when they're deciding which university to go to.
Thank you, Pak Nick. Yeah, maybe just to summarize, memang ada beberapa perubahan dari bagaimana pendidikan di perguruan tinggi di Inggris itu akan diajarkan, dan mungkin kayak tidak 100% tatap muka, dan seperti Pak Owen tadi sampaikan mungkin ada campuran dengan pertemuan atau kuliah virtual, tapi yang jelas yang ditekankan adalah para pelajar akan tetap mendapatkan edukasi kelas dunia. Dan juga yang telah disampaikan Pak Nick, perihal perubahan requirement administratif itu tidak ada yang berubah dari segi protokol kesehatan, namun yang jelas adalah Chevening ini tidak akan, justru di pandemi ini persyaratan administrasinya tidak akan dipersulit dan akan tetap berlanjut, dan mungkin ada perubahan dari perihal persyaratan di kemampuan bahasa. Gitu. Dan berhubung juga dengan perubahan cara belajar, mungkin kita bisa bertanya kepada Mbak Stella, karena ini ada pertanyaan dari Mbak Wela iNews. Beberapa waktu yang lalu di Amerika Serikat ada isu di mana mahasiswa Indonesia termasuk penerima beasiswa sempat dikabarkan dipulangkan karena COVID-19 yang memaksa mereka harus fully online learning. Kalau misalnya di Inggris, seperti apa yang mungkin Mbak Stella sekarang sedang experience?
Oke, terima kasih Mas Alden dan Mbak Wela. Kalau pengalaman kami sendiri, jadi sejak bulan Februari akhir, early March itu the Prime Minister Boris Johnson dia press conference untuk menyatakan bahwa we have COVID gitu. Jadi otomatis the whole country is going to lockdown. Waktu itu dari pihak kampus sudah menyarankan kepada teman-teman mahasiswa untuk tidak ke kampus lagi karena program belajarnya akan ditransform ke online semua. Kemudian untuk teman-teman mahasiswa yang tinggal di student house, karena kalau di UK ini kan ada yang tinggal di student house, ada yang di private, ada yang dia apartemen gitu. Jadi yang di student house memang disarankan oleh pihak universitas untuk jika memang mau kembali ke negara masing-masing, tapi tidak diharuskan, hanya disarankan gitu. Jadi kembali ke mahasiswanya masing-masing. Kalau dari Chevening-nya sendiri, kami sih waktu itu langsung Zoom, kami Zoom call satu angkatan gitu, terus memastikan siapa nih yang akan pulang dan siapa yang akan tetap di sini gitu. Dan kebanyakan teman-teman bilang bahwa tetap di sini gitu. Jadi apapun yang terjadi kita tetap di sini. Jadi kita spend time-nya kayak selain online learning kita juga sharing. Jadi mungkin ada karena library juga tutup ya. Jadi mungkin kalau ada beberapa jurnal yang kita kesusahan, mereka bisa bantu dari jurnal kampusnya mereka gitu. Jadi kita sering sharing bahan-bahan kebutuhan kuliah. Tapi overall untuk online learning kita nggak ada masalah sih, karena sistem pendidikan di UK itu sangat-sangat dosen-dosennya pun, profesor-profesornya they're very available to the extent they can reply your email anytime, especially during the COVID gitu. Jadi anytime kita reach out, kayak bahkan kadang-kadang anak-anak tuh suka bukan iseng, maksudnya mereka kayak memanfaatkan situasi COVID ini, jadi harusnya deadline esainya hari ini gitu. Tapi mereka like emailing the professor like, you know what, due to the COVID, we have a very much pressure and everything, bla bla bla. Padahal sebenarnya enggak, di rumah juga nonton Netflix. Jadi kita benar-benar mungkin itu cara kita coping juga ya, karena kita juga tidak bisa ke library, tidak bisa ke kampus, so we need more times untuk oddly we need more times during the COVID. Padahal waktu before the COVID we can easily finish the essay gitu. Jadi agak mungkin memang karena stressful, tapi it's not that hard juga sebenarnya. Kita cuman butuh sebenarnya spending time together yang kita rindukan. Tapi kondisi sekarang di UK sih masyarakat udah bisa keluar rumah, tapi dengan pakai masker kemana-mana dan hand sanitizer dan segala macam. mereka tetap bisa bertemu, khusus yang tinggal di dalam satu rumah, dan tetap bisa beraktivitas. Jadi protokolnya di sini sih cukup jelas sih, dengan masker, hand sanitizer, jaga jarak, dan awareness-nya juga mereka cukup. Jadi kita yang orang-orang Indonesia di sini juga ikut terbawa dengan itu gitu, dengan protokol yang sudah ditetapkan. So mungkin itu dari saya, Mas Alden, pengalaman yang bisa di-share.
Terima kasih, Mbak Stella. Memang istilahnya di masa pandemi ini nggak ada namanya best practice ya. Jadi memang semua universitas pun juga mereka masih memikirkan cara-cara yang terbaik. Tapi sangat it's good to hear bahwa universitas-universitas di Inggris itu kayak masih berusaha menetapkan protokol-protokol kesehatan dan juga kayak mengadaptasi cara mereka mengajarkan murid-murid di sana untuk tetap mendapatkan pelajaran dan pendidikan kelas dunia. Ya, mungkin berhubung masa Q&A kita ini masih ada sisa mungkin 5 menit lagi. Ini pertanyaan yang saya akan ajukan kepada alumni-alumni Chevening. Jika mungkin kayak ada satu hal yang Anda bisa sampaikan untuk teman-teman yang ingin mengajukan untuk ikut beasiswa Chevening, itu apa ya? Dan juga kenapa sebenarnya kayak teman-teman kita di Indonesia ini sepatutnya mencoba untuk mengapply ke beasiswa Chevening ini gitu. Mungkin bisa dimulai dengan Mbak Gita dulu.
Boleh, kalau dari sisi aku untuk teman-teman yang sedang berpikir atau ya lagi tegang ya kalau sekarang mau apply atau enggak, mau pergi atau enggak, satu dari saya sih apply aja. Karena di saat yang susah seperti sekarang, yang sangat uncertain seperti sekarang, justru kerinduan terhadap keluarga yang bisa fully support itu pasti naik ya. Jadi kalau apply Chevening dan berhasil masuk menjadi salah satu Chevening Scholars, itu adalah keluarga baru buat kamu. Jadi please do, pada saat proses application-nya jangan ragu untuk seperti tadi Mbak Dwi bilang, follow di social media kita, follow di website kita akan siap support karena kita sangat ingin sekali punya lebih banyak lagi keluarga Chevening di seluruh Indonesia. Dan tentunya Chevening ini satu-satunya, kalau boleh dibilang ya, menurut saya adalah beasiswa yang fully merit based. So it doesn't matter where you're coming from gitu ya, nggak ada yang bilang tidak berhak atau berhak gitu ya, semuanya berhak asal secara credential, secara merit bisa dibuktikan. Terlebih lagi sekarang tidak ada batasan umur, jadi sangat menarik nih untuk teman-teman yang ingin memulai inovasi, ide, dan petualangan baru bersama dengan keluarga Chevening. So, do it now sih kalau sekarang saya boleh kasih saran.
Siap, thank you Mbak Gita. Mungkin dari Mbak Dwi.
Halo, ya kalau dari saya mirip sama Mbak Gita, yang jelas untuk semua yang pengen daftar aja dulu karena menurut saya beasiswa Chevening ini beasiswa yang paling inklusif, nggak ada batas umur, nggak ada batas area of interest, jadi silahkan apply, semuanya bisa apply asal memenuhi syarat-syarat yang ada di eligibility-nya Chevening. Jadi kadang mungkin kalau pengalaman tahun lalu, beberapa menti atau terutama ketika publik ya acara umum gitu, mereka banyak bertanya, saya boleh nggak sih kalau background-nya ini saya daftar gitu, background-nya ini boleh nggak sih, saya tuh pokoknya banyak yang seperti tidak pede gitu, padahal sebenarnya bisa. Jadi tidak ada batasan-batasan, karena kan kadang-kadang kedengarannya, oh Chevening itu alumninya si A, si B, si C yang mungkin aktif di publik gitu ya, padahal kan tidak semua gitu, banyak juga cerita-cerita lain yang mungkin teman-teman belum kenal gitu. Jadi do apply. Kalaupun misalnya belum mau apply sekarang, dicobain aja dulu, lihat esai-esainya kira-kira pertanyaannya apa. So you can also build your career or build your plan towards those questions if you want to apply, which I really encourage you to apply. Mungkin itu kalau dari aku ya.
Thank you Mbak Dwi. Mungkin sedikit dari Mas Rio dan Mbak Stella. Mungkin Mas Rio dulu.
Ya, sebenarnya sama dengan Mbak Gita dan Mbak Dwi. Jadi kalau ada teman-teman di Indonesia yang masih mikir-mikir gitu ya, apply nggak ya, apply aja, nggak rugi kok gitu. Dan kita harus menyadari bahwa beasiswa itu keuntungannya emang banyak banget selain bisa studi gitu ya di universitas terkemuka di dunia, terus bisa belajar langsung dari profesor-profesor. Yang jelas selain itu ada network-nya juga, ada pengalaman di sana yang tidak akan tergantikan, bisa kenal dengan orang-orang yang akan menjadi para pemimpin di masa depan begitu. Yang jelas kalau masih takut, ini gimana ya gitu. Itu wajar, kalau takut itu wajar. Tapi kita juga harus ingat bahwa seperti yang tadi disebutin sama Mbak Gita, Mbak Dwi, ada Kak Stella juga, Chevening tuh kekeluarganya erat banget ya. Dan mereka itu mau gitu buat share their experience, their insights, buat esai, gimana caranya membangun esai yang baik, gimana caranya membangun aplikasi yang bagus begitu. Dan mereka tuh really willing to do it gitu, to pay it forward gitu. Jadi kalau misalkan ada yang mau daftar, daftar aja. Bikin akun malam ini, bikin akun dulu aja, nggak usah isi esainya dulu. Nanti terus reach out ke teman-teman, lihat akun sosmed CAI, ada mentoring, daftar. Terus atau enggak di luar itu juga banyak kan ada alumni-alumni yang kalau butuh tanya-tanya sedikit, biasanya alumni-alumni Chevening juga mau kok ke di sosmed gitu kan ngebalas-balasin. Karena saya juga sosmednya sudah mulai ada yang bertanya-tanya satu dua gimana caranya tips-tips, dan saya juga ya berusaha sebaik mungkin nyediain waktu begitu. Jangan khawatir karena support itu ada. Gitu aja dari saya. Ke Castella mungkin.
Oke, semuanya udah disampaikan sama Kak Gita, Kak Dwi, Rio. Mungkin kalau dari saya mengulang lagi aja, tidak ada yang rugi dengan mendaftar Chevening karena overall the very first step itu kan karena kita fokusnya ke essay ya. Jadi yang perlu kalian spend bukan uang ataupun yang lain, tapi benar-benar waktu dan juga tenaga untuk bertanya kepada mentor gitu. Apalagi sekarang dari alumni sudah menyediakan program mentoring yang dibimbing langsung oleh orang-orang yang pernah mendapatkan beasiswa Chevening. Jadi bukan berarti program mentoring ini memastikan Anda pasti dapat Chevening, semuanya kembali ke diri masing-masing ya, bagaimana kalian memperjuangkan esai tersebut gitu. Tapi bagaimana kalian bisa belajar dan menambah networking. Karena itu sih, saya selalu the very first thing yang saya suka dari Chevening adalah it's the networking gitu loh. Jadi even though kadang-kadang saya masih komunikasi sama beberapa teman yang kebetulan mungkin tahun lalu mereka kurang beruntung, mereka tidak dapat Chevening dan mereka mau coba lagi. Tapi during the time mereka masih menunggu pembukaan, kita tetap komunikasi, ngobrol-ngobrol. Saya tahu background mereka, ada yang mekanik, ada yang pilot, ada yang dari banyak industri gitu. Jadi networking-nya Chevening tuh benar-benar tidak terbatas di satu sektor saja. Jadi teman-teman yang wartawan, kalau mau daftar Chevening juga, ayo, saya juga dulu mantan wartawan sama kayak Rio. Ini we have the very same background, Rio. Buruena should look for someone else. Jadi kita berdua sama-sama wartawan juga, kita apply Chevening juga. Dan kita sekarang jadi bagian dari Chevening, kita merasakan sendiri manfaatnya seperti apa. Saya yakin teman-teman wartawan yang tertarik juga pasti akan tertarik untuk mencoba. Dan jangan lupa sampaikan ke teman-temannya, saudara-saudaranya, keluarganya, if you think they have a very good potential to be part of Chevening, let them know. Karena kita sangat inklusif dan menyambut siapa aja to become the part of our family, our big family. Thank you.
Terima kasih Mbak Gita, Mbak Stella, Mas Rio, dan Mbak Dwi. Mungkin kayak satu hal yang tadi saya luput juga kayak sampaikan adalah memang beasiswa Chevening ini beasiswa yang sangat menekankan inklusivitas. Jadi siapapun dengan background apapun, dengan usia apapun itu sangat bisa mendaftar dan memiliki kesempatan yang kayak sama untuk diterima. Dan seperti semoga dorongan-dorongan dari teman-teman alumni tadi itu kayak cukup untuk mendorong Anda untuk mengapply hari ini juga dan membuka portal aplikasi hari ini juga. Ya, berhubung waktunya tanya jawab ini sudah habis, maka saya akan akhiri sesi tanya jawab ini. Nick, I hand over the floor to you, back to you. Thank you.
Thanks, Holden. So if there are no more questions, we'll we'll round up the event for today. There's nothing else coming in from the floor, Alden? No?
I think not. Oh, actually, sorry, Nick. There's a question by Flor. I think she's asking if since it is predicted that the pandemic is gonna run over until next year, will we be seeing a reduced quota for next year's batch?
No, hopefully not. The only reason that there's slightly less of a number than this year that we would normally send is because a reprioritization of budgets in London meant that we weren't able to send any of our reserve list. Now, competition is so tough that everyone on our reserve list had secured an unconditional offer. And as you would expect, because of the COVID situation, there were some people that, because of personal circumstances, needed to withdraw their applications this year. Now, ordinarily, in any other given year, people from our reserve list would have replaced them. We couldn't do it this year entirely because of the budget reprioritization. Can't look into the future. We don't know how things are going to be 1 year from now, but no, we're not thinking about a reduction. We just, the same as we do every year, we try and send as many Indonesian and Timorese scholars to the UK on this program as we possibly can. So there will not, or we've not been instructed that there is a reduction in our quota for this year.
Oh, that is very good to hear. And so hopefully that could re-energize our potential applicants even more. Yeah, so I think that's all the questions we have on the floor.
Okay.
Nick, yeah, so maybe we can take a group picture first.
Can we do it? Oh, I'm constantly amazed by technology. Yes, let's do it.
All right. But maybe you can start your video as well. Okay. Ya, sip. Mbak Raras, mohon bantuan screenshotnya ya, dan Q-nya.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raras. Okay, I think that's it for today. Raras, thank you. Now I can see you. Thanks for organizing. Thanks, Ambassador, for coming and speaking again and for your continued support. Gita, always a pleasure to hear from you. Dwi, as ever, hope I can see you face to face in the near future. Stella, hope too on your return, you'll be having a welcome home event quite soon, we hope. Hopefully we can do that face to face. And Rio, go and have a great time in the UK. Enjoy the experience. And yeah, just hope you have a fantastic time. Wish you every success over there. Okay, that's it. We'll wrap up. Thanks everyone for joining. All the best, everybody.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Ambassador. Thank you, everyone. Thanks,
Thank
Mbak.
you.
Thank you everyone. Thank you Pak Nick, Pak Wen, and the MBC team.
Thank you Kak Gita,
Makasih
Rio,
teman-teman media.
Mbak Raras, Bu Rowena,
Yeah.
semua.
Thank you, Stella, Rio,
Thank you everyone.
Gita, Dwi.
Ya,
Thank you.
Pak
Thank you,
Nick, Pak
media.
Owen, dan teman-teman wartawan, makasih banyak.
Ya,
Ya,
teman-teman.
Safe
teman-teman.
trip back,
Terima
Stella.
kasih.
Bye.